Hello, I'm Alex. Welcome to another episode of Case Brief brought to you by the Missouri Sheriff's Association. Before we get started, I want to remind everyone that this information is for training purposes only and in no way is to be considered legal advice. Today's brief covers an Eighth Circuit Court of Appeals case dealing with use of force and the objective reasonableness standard. So, what do you say we get started? Poemoceah is an Oklahoma resident and a member of the Comanche Nation. On February 22, 2017, he was present as a water protector, supporting the peaceful opposition to the construction of the Dakota Access Pipeline. At about 4:20 p.m., Poemoceah was unarmed, facing a group of about 30 law enforcement officers clad in riot gear, with about 15 feet between him and the group of officers. Poemoceah spoke to the officers, calmly, firmly, but not in a loud voice, in hopes of negotiating a peaceful process for elders to leave the water protector encampment, which had been in place for several months. Poemoceah advanced slightly a couple of feet while speaking, but he remained at a respectful distance and did not make any sudden movements. When he stopped speaking, dozens of riot gear-clad officers charged towards him and the two other water protectors who were standing near him. Poemoceah instinctively began running. He was not told he was under arrest, and he was not told to stop. Officer Benjamin Swinson ran after Poemoceah and tackled him from behind. Poemoceah did not resist and did not, through any words or actions, indicate any unwillingness to comply with Swinson. 4 additional officers joined Swinson in controlling Poemoceah. Poemoceah alleges that 2 of them piled on top of him. 1 or more of them further assaulted him with a fist and/or knee after he was already subdued, and 1 injured his left foot and ankle. Poemoceah filed suit claiming that his First, Fourth, and 14th Amendment rights were violated. The district court granted qualified immunity to all officers and dismissed the complaint. Poemoceah appealed the district court's decision. For a court to decide whether an officer is entitled to qualified immunity, the court must conduct a 2-step inquiry, first determining whether the facts, viewed in the light most favorable to the plaintiff, demonstrate a constitutional or statutory violation, and second, whether the right was clearly established at the time. When reviewing use of force cases, courts hold that an officer's use of force violates the Fourth Amendment if it is objectively unreasonable. Reasonableness depends on the circumstances surrounding the use of force, including the severity of the crime at issue, whether the suspect poses an immediate threat to the safety of the officers or others, and whether he is actively resisting arrest or attempting to evade arrest by flight. According to the complaint, Poemoceah was not resisting arrest or attempting to evade arrest when he instinctively ran from the officers. He was not under arrest, and he had not been given a command to stay in place or to stop. There was no information of any circumstances that prevented the officers from telling Poemoceah to stop. As a whole, and drawing all inferences in his favor, the appellate court found that Poemoceah plausibly alleges a Fourth Amendment excessive force claim against Swinson, and that Poemoceah's right to be free from excessive force was clearly established in 2017. Based on that conclusion, the appellate court held the officers were not eligible for qualified immunity.